Okay, so when to use these pronouns, these personal pronouns? When do we use nominative? And when do you use objective? The possessives are pretty easy. And really, a lot of times you can hear it. But this is the rule. And I talked about this, and this is on that chart you have. If the personal pronoun is being used as a subject or the predicate nominative, then you would use nominative case, okay? And that would be he and he in these two sentences. He loves lasagna. That spot is easy because you can hear it. All right, this one over here, not so easy because we tend to say it incorrectly. The next speaker will be him. We hear that a lot. That's improper English. We want to use he. And the reason you want to use nominative case, because I always think of it as you're literally just renaming the subject at that point. And so stick with the nominative case. Somebody's texting me. Let me see. Oh. Okay. So it gets a little confusing when you have a compound subject. Lauren and her are going to try out for the play is the way we often say it. But we have to go ahead and put your finger over Lauren and cover those up. I'm just going to cross them out. And then say it without it. You wouldn't say her are going to try out for play. At that point, you can hear it. You can say she is, or her is, she is going to try out for the play. So she would be the correct English for that, correct grammar. Us were first in line. We usually don't say that. We were first in line. This is the one people say incorrectly. A lot of times I'll hear us girls, okay, or us boys, all right? You wouldn't say us, get rid of the girls or the boys, and just say it without it. Us were first in line. You wouldn't say that. You would say we were first in line. Okay, so that's how you can help yourself not get it right. Not get it wrong. Let's look closely. The expression "it is me," "it's me" is now commonly used in everyday conversation. However, in formal writing, you say "it is I." We never say it's I. Okay, but that's the correct grammar for it. But because we never say that, you can say it like so. If you're like writing a story, say you're writing a fiction story for me or for a teacher, then you could probably get away with saying "it's me." Because it's a story and somebody's talking in the story. But if you're writing something formal, you would not want to use that. Okay? All right. So let's look at these. Nominative case pronouns are used correctly in the following sentences. Read the sentences aloud so that the right pronoun will begin to sound right to you. So on this section, we don't have to do anything. They just want us to read it and hear it correctly. So let's go through these 7 sentences together. Mrs. Jones thought it was I. It must have been they. See, you hear them a lot. But them's objective case, and this is a predicate nominative. So we have to use they. He and his friends went roller skating. My brother and I picked out the present. It was James and he who painted the house. Right, so often you're going to want to say him. Get rid of it was James and. Would you say he painted the house or him painted the house? At that point you can see it's he. She and Ava were sick today. Was it they whom you saw? All right. I'm going to let you skip this part and let's go to the next page. Why am I going right from 167 to 170? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we may have pictures messed up. I'm going to get onto the whole big thing here. Oh, you know what? It might be on that next set. Let me just hold on with me while I look in the next set of pictures. Let me try this. Sixth grade. Yep, there it is. I think this is what we went next. Let me see. Let me look at it. 63, so. All right, hold on just a second. Let me open this. Why does it do that? I'm going to pause you guys. I'll come right back. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm back. All right, so now we're on page 170, I think. It's a little scary because I don't have my teacher back. See, now there's 67. No, this is 170. I'm going to pause you guys again. Hold on. Okay, so I'm hoping this all comes together. When my husband took pictures for me, he had forgotten these 2 pages, and then they're kind of in a different folder. So I'm bringing them up, and I don't even know. I'm probably going to have to pause you again to get to the other one. I'm not so sure. All right, so let's look at 168. So today on your lessons, we're doing 167, 168, 169. Okay, so objective case pronouns are the ones that are used as direct objects, indirect objects, and objects of the prepositions. All right, I've talked about that multiple times. The think back, let me look at the think back. To choose the correct pronoun in a sentence, follow these rules. Determine the use of the pronoun and decide which case pronoun is needed for that. Okay, so that's pretty much what we've been talking about. So let's look at think A. What is the subject of this sentence? We students enjoy stories about missionaries. Okay, so actually the subject is we. Okay, we enjoy stories about missionaries. Okay, what is the use of the underlined word in this sentence? Mrs. Robinson gave James and me a present. Well, Mrs. Robinson is your subject. She gives a present, which is the direct object, to James and me, 2 people. Both of you are the indirect object. So me would be the indirect object, I-O. What word is in a positive in this sentence? The local newspaper had an article about us students. Students is renaming us, I believe. Yes. So, okay, so I'm totally going on my memory here of the positives. But they're like, see, now you get to know how dumb I am. I'm looking in the back of my handbook. Positives they're like renamers. This is the writer handbook. I thought there was a grammar one in the back. You know what? I might have to Google it. Why didn't I see a positives? Did they talk about a positives up top and I just missed it? Oh yeah. Sometimes the pronoun object is followed by okay, here it is. A noun, a positive, which renames it. So they're renamers. Okay, so students are the renamers for us. So what word is the positive in this sentence? Well, us is the newspaper is the subject, had an article, so has a linking verb. No, it's an action verb, and this is a direct object. About us students. That's a prepositional phrase. About us. And then students is just renaming us. So they want to know what the positive, and that would be the students. Sorry about that. I guess I should have read everything up above. All right. Now I'm going to pause you again because I got to go find the next page in my documents. Hold on just a second. Okay, we're back again. And let's finish that section on page 169. True or false? A pronoun that follows a verb must be in the objective case. Well, if I was saying, if I was using an action verb and my pronoun was a direct object, I would use objective case. But what if, like, let me use the example of, when I was using April as the volleyball player. April, oh man, come on now. April is, all right, I wouldn't say April. I would say, try to make out like a legitimate sentence there. Volleyball player, if I'm like talking about her. Volleyball player is, I wouldn't say her, I could say, I have to say she, okay? So that is not objective case. So in the example of a linking verb here, we're actually going to use nominative case after a verb. So this would only be true if they said a action verb, but they did not, so therefore it's false. What two pronouns have the same form for the nominative and objective? Do you remember those? It was you and it. What is the use of the underlined verb in the underlined word in the following sentence? Okay, there's our positive again. We visitors. We is actually the subject, even though it's the pronoun. Visitors is called the appositive. So what do they want to know? What it is? It's an appositive. Okay. All right. If necessary, change the form of the pronoun for parentheses to make it fit. In the incomplete sentence, write the complete pronouns in the blanks. All right. Has Andrew or he ever been to Guam? So it's make it a statement. Andrew or he has ever been to Guam. So get rid of Andrew and just say it without him. He has ever been to Guam. So it's he, not him. So he is good. Michael hit a line drive past the shortstop and I. Okay. So Michael is the subject. He hit a line drive past the shortstop and I believe that's a prepositional phrase. But either way, you wouldn't say past I, you would say past me. Okay? Jesus redeemed you and I, or you and me. Well, Jesus is the subject. This is the verb. You and me, or you and I, are the direct object. Okay? So, get rid of the you and you'll hear it. Jesus redeemed I? No, me. Okay, I'm going to let you guys do the rest of these. Wherever you have those compound ones, get rid of the first one. Get rid of the noun at the beginning. And then that will help you to be able to hear it. Let's look at number 12 real quick, and then I promise I'll quit. The teacher asked blank to read blank Cinquain. I think you say Cinquain. I think that's how you say it. Cinquain. Let me Google that right here. That's a poem. It's a type of poetry, by the way. Cinquain. Oops, I guess it would help if I spelled it right. Cinquain. Here we go. It is a class of poetry employs a 5-line pattern. All right, here we go. It's gonna tell me how to say it.
Cinquain.
Cinquain. Cinquain. Did you hear that?
Cinquain.
Oh, that lady said it different. Cinquain. The guy said it different.
Cinquain.
I like that one. Cinquain. All right. So it's a type of poetry. Here's an example of a cinquain. Let me make sure it's appropriate. So line 1, this title of this cinquain is schoolhouse. Gaping. Then line 2 is its mouth awaits. Line 3, hungry, slowly chomping. That's the schoolhouse. Line 4, stumble in, consumed, digesting. That's the students. And then the last line, learning. Okay, kind of interesting. All right. I won't read the next one. See, it says snow, and I don't want anything to do with snow. Okay, so the teacher asked her to read her Cinquain to the class. Okay? All right, you can do the rest on your own. I will see you guys later. I have one more lesson to do for you guys. I'm doing them all at once on Sunday night, which is why I'm getting bleary-eyed, because you guys are getting at the bottom of my list here. But I'm trying to get them all done. I'm probably, just so you have a heads up, you're going to see some extra math lessons up there because I'm doing them for the little boy next door, and he's ahead of you guys. So I'm just doing more, and then I figure you'll need them eventually anyway.